Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the shop. We got us a full-on snow day here in the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma. And just like normal, I don't know if y'all can tell, there ain't no snow out there. There's no snow out there. But it's supposed to be coming. It's supposed to be here about 4 o'clock. So being as that I don't idle at all, let's go out in the shop and do something. Look at that, it's nice cool out. I'm gonna play with some wood today. I'm gonna whittle up some little chunks of cedar, and we're gonna see about taking that and some other stuff that I've got cut up already, and maybe turn them into a couple of end tables or something. I don't know, I'm just looking for something to do. I get bored, I need something to do. So we're gonna play with some cedar and some pine and some whatever else crap I can get my hands on. And then hopefully here in a little bit, we'll get some snow. Because that's very disappointing. It's really, you can't tell. There's no snow. There's nothing out there. It's just not there. So yeah, let's do some fiddling around. Might as well. Got nothing else to do. Got a whole building full of crap. Oh wait. Whoop. Yeah, sorry about the loud noise. We got us a whole building full of, junk that we're not taking out because I don't have to. It's supposed to snow this afternoon and all night, and we're out. They shut the thing down because we're in Oklahoma. We're not qualified to deal with snow. Yeah, they shut the thing down. We're shut down today. We're shut down tomorrow. We might get back in the office on Friday. Either way, I gotta have something to do. I should be sitting at the table in here with the laptop fired up actually working, but you know what? It's closed. It's closed. I want to do something with this in the shop. It's more fun. So let's do something. All right, so what I have is a chunk of Eastern Red Cedar that I pulled out of the burn pile. And I've already run it through the planer a couple of times because I don't have a mill of any kind. So what I do is I just, improvise. Sawzall, hatchet, split it. Split it so it looks something like that. Whittle it down to something I can use. So at the end of the day, this is what we got. I planed this side, split it, planed it, planed that side. I've already run it through the table saw a couple of times, just kind of square it up a little bit. So I'm gonna run it through a few more times and see if I can get whittled up into some smaller chunks that I can use. And then we'll run it back through the planer some more and get into some, 2x2s or something. And then I'm gonna use this and mix it with some other stuff. I'm pretty low on pretty wood, so we'll mix it with something. I'm gonna build a couple little end tables for my front room because we've rearranged it. Now I got nothing to set my beverage on. So yeah, we're gonna do that, keep ourselves occupied and entertained on this cool day. So yeah, come on, it'll be fun. We're playing with wood. It's gonna be a good day. We're gonna take something that was a burned up log and turn it into something pretty maybe, which is the best part of doing this kind of crap. So y'all come on. I know what you're thinking, Dave, that's not the way to do that. And you're right, we're doing it redneck middle of nowhere Oklahoma way. So is it right? No. Is it what we got? Yeah. Woohoo! Isn't that pretty? You should smell it. The whole building smells like Eastern Red Cedar. It's a nuisance plant around here, and they're digging them up, bulldozing them down, trying to get rid of them, but because they spread like wildfire, they suck the moisture out of the ground, and if you happen to get a grass fire come through here, you ever seen a cedar tree go up in flames? It's an impressive sight to see. It's right now and it's big. So ideally nobody wants them around, but smells so good. It really doesn't serve any purpose. It's pretty, you know. And I may try to do some live edge. I don't know. Think about going and getting some, maybe some resin and maybe pour a tabletop with using this cedar live edge type stuff because it's burnt. So the fact that it's burned a little bit kind of adds some coolness to it, in my opinion. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I have no plan. We're just gonna mess around until it turns out to be something. So here we go. Now that I got it whittled up into, you know, kind of a box, I think I'll make some bigger chunks out of it, and then we can run it through the planer, and maybe make something out of this when it's all said and done. Don't reach over that blade. I've done it twice, and I know better, and that's how you cut fingers and arms and stuff. All right, now we got some usable chunks. Look at that. One of these days I hope to get a mill of some sort and know I can do bigger logs and do something with it, but I don't do enough of it to justify large expenditures, and I'm just doing this for hobby stuff and stuff for me. I'm not like trying to go commercial or anything, so just having fun with it. All right, let's see what else we can get into. All right, I need a base for this tabletop. So I've got a piece of scrap that's all crooked, but I got one good clean factory edge that's square. So we're gonna use it. We're gonna square up off of this edge, get us a straight line on one end, measure over. I'm thinking 18 inches square, probably about right. And this will be the base of the tabletop that we'll use this kind of stuff on top of. So just, you know, little 3/8, that might be half. I don't know, just some scrap that I had laying around. And I got another piece over there that's a little thicker. It doesn't matter because I'm gonna do a border on the table. You won't be able to tell. In my head, there's a border on the table. We'll see. Again, still not really sure what it's gonna look like. But yeah, so take off frame and square. Okay, go off of my one good square edge. Go off my one good square edge. Come up where I know I've got plenty of meat. And just mark that as square. Move it over again. Square it up. I know I'm only wanting to go 18 inches. So there's my square mark. What I'll do is I'll run that through the table saw, get it this one straight. We'll measure off of this corner here as our starting point. 18 inches, 18 inches, square it up, and then we'll have the piece that we're looking for. So yeah. Or actually what we can do is, there's 18 inches. There's 18 inches. Now, if you've never done any carpentry work at all, if you're wanting it to be a true 18 inches, and you cut the outside of that line, the saw blade, depending on which saw blade you're using, is going to eat somewhere between 1/8 and 1/4 of an inch every time it rolls through, every time you use it. So if you're wanting to be a true 18-inch box, then when you run your saw, you need the saw blade to be on the outside and run down that mark on the outside edge, and you'll get your 18 inches. If you come inside of that or go right down that line, you're gonna lose somewhere 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch if you go right down the center of the line. So, depending on how wide your blade is. So, yeah, when you're whittling this stuff up, pay attention to what you're doing, and then you'll have what you need, and you only cut it once. Always measure twice, cut once. That's kind of the rule. If you cut it, even if you measure twice and you cut it on the wrong side of the line, you're wrong. So that's if you've never done it. I know there's a lot of people that have done this and they're going, shut up, Dave, and do something important, and I will, but this is a little tip. That's just a little tip. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Mostly we're just entertaining ourselves. Hopefully a little bit of y'all too, but we'll see. Anybody else do that? I don't have to lose my pencil. This old saw is ancient. Still gets the job done though. Oh. Make sure you get the junk out of your way too. That's always a problem. At least it is with me. All right. And another tip: don't raise that blade much more than what you actually need. So if we're cutting this board, you don't want that blade sticking up this far, because two things will happen. One, it'll bind up and either trip the reset or the overload on the saw. It'll bind up and kick the board back at your face. Or what I've seen happen is it'll bind up, you'll reach across it, and because it's sticking up way higher than the material you're using, you end up cutting your hands or your fingers or stuff like that. Ideally, I know there should be guards and safety measures and stuff like that, but this saw did not even come with safety. I mean, it did originally, but maybe it's ancient. But I didn't get it with any of the safety stuff. So be smart, be careful, take your time. Don't do dumb stuff, because you need all your fingers. Well, you don't need all your fingers. You need like one to pick your nose. You need to be able to write. And, you know, hold a fork, because I'm hungry and I want to be able to hold a fork. Other than that, you don't need all your fingers, I suppose. But, shut up. I'll just do this. All right, then. Here we go. The problem with wearing glasses, well, the best thing about wearing glasses is you don't get sawdust in your eye. The worst thing about wearing the glasses is that on a day like today where the humidity's not that high and it's in the middle of the winter, the sawdust sticks to the glasses and you can't see out of it. Static electricity is not your friend. All right, there you go. Now what I'm thinking about doing is I've got a bunch of just cheap 2x laying around, chunks of 2x laying around. Some of them are kind of twisty. See if I can get some straight pieces. And I'll notch those pieces to where I'll rip them down and I'll notch them to where they kind of sit over the top of this and hide the plywood, and then I can do my pretty top hidden up inside of here, and you won't be able to tell that it's even there. And make it all kind of flush on top. That's my goal. And then we'll figure out legs. I don't know what that's gonna look like yet. Still don't know what the top's gonna look like yet. But I do know it's gonna be cheap, soft sides, because I'm not gonna go buy lumber. Lumber's too high right now. And you know, we've already established I'm kind of cheap, so it'll be fine. We'll rip that down to something usable, because what's the use of having a table saw if you can't get some work out of it? And yeah, see where we go from there. Here we go. Alright, they said it was supposed to be snowing, and it's snowing. It's pretty light still, but it's snowing. Look at that. Already starting to get some white on the bare dirt over there. Look at that. So it is a snow day. Look at us go. We're still gonna be productive. So, good deal. Okay. Scrounged around and found me some 2x4s, or 2x6s. That these were part of the Christmas decoration box in the bed of the pickup, in the bed of the beater. You know, like I said, when I took it apart, we'll use it for something. Cut it up, put it to use. So I ran it through the table saw and took an 1/8 inch off of both sides, both ends, just to true up the edges. And now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna rip it down. I'll probably rip it, thinking about 2.5 inch tall. I'll rip it, and then I can have the border boards. These will be the ones that are going to go around the border of the top. So once I get them ripped, then I'll notch them. And yeah, we'll see what it looks like when it's all said and done. It's good times. It's good times. This is way too much, but because it's crap wood, there's probably gonna be some scrap and some culling. So I'll rip down more than I need. It will eventually get used for something, because I keep scraps just for this kind of stuff. So I don't have to go buy new wood, because like I said earlier, new wood's expensive. And when I'm just out here playing with it and entertaining myself, there's no point in spending any money. So yeah, here we go. Here we go. And kindling for the fire pit. It's all good. Look at that, nice, clean. Now I can plane it, clean it up even more, and we'll have some usable pieces to to make this tabletop out of. Maybe. Tell you what, it's snowing pretty good right now. The streets are already starting to turn white. It's fun to see. Y'all up north, y'all are like, it's snowing, I hate it. But us down here, man, we don't see it enough. It's kind of fun to see. All right then, let's do something else.